Hi, it's Karen from Snowball to Pink here. I thought what we'd paint today is these four images. They're going to end up being watercolour postcards. So this is what we're going to be painting this week. It's a bit of a nod to Chelsea because it's been Chelsea here, Chelsea Flower Show in the UK, and it's absolutely been glorious. Colours, lots of vibrant colours. Anyway, this is a bit of a nod to Chelsea. So this is what we're going to be painting. I've already washi taped my watercolor paper off, and I've also just made a start to get the drying time ahead, so I can go on to the next stage. But what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going into our watercolor. Now I've activated my watercolor paints here, and I'm going to be using these bright Madder Rose. Now it's using my size 4 Japanese watercolor brush, and I'm just making just generic flowery type shapes, not worrying at all about getting the paint on uniformed. This is a fun, whimsy free way of painting today. So again, we're just working straight from the palette, so there's no color mixing today. Here we go. We're just popping those shapes in. Now you can use whatever color you choose. I'm gonna change it up a bit, and this is Azura blue, which is just cerulean blue, which is beautiful color, and just not too watery. We're keeping this nice and creamy, and if you feel that it's a little bit resistant to your brush and the watercolor paper, just add a little bit more water and that'll free it up for you. Okay, so that's what we're doing. So we're just putting these generic shapes in, and here we go. Putting Rose Madder in. It absolutely is a beautiful colour. It's I love this colour, it's gorgeous. And then we just make these nice block shapes of just happy shapes, really. Just lots of just make sure you fill all your colour in. Okay, rinsing my brush out. I think I'm gonna go into what colour should we put? Why not? Let's put yellow. This is lovely lemon yellow. Okay, and just nice big let's fill up this space with our shape. Don't have to overthink it. Just get that colour down on your paper, and you know, you can go over your washi tape, absolutely, because that's going to mask it off for us. Now, to make it a little bit more interesting, on this one I've just splattered with clean water, and I'm just going to do that on this one too, and just see what we get. Right, so I'm just going to turn this round, because then I can work on these bottom ones while the top set are drying. So I'm going to go into this one is blue green, and I'm literally going to make a leaf shape, and we're just filling that in. Now you can make your paint as creamy or as watery as you would like. I'm going for kind of a mid-tone, really, a mid consistency, because I do want to have a good colour, but I want it to dry a bit quicker as well. And so we just, you just put your leaf shapes in there. And again, I'm just going to put my leaf shapes in. They can be all different sizes. We're not really being too thoughtful on what we're doing. We're just having fun. We're just getting these lovely easy shapes down on our watercolour paper, and we're just painting away. Okay. Now just keep going round, moving round. I'm keeping my brush quite loaded because of paint, because I want to keep a strong colour, because when we've finished painting our shapes, we're going to be using our white gel pen just to finish off our whimsies. So I'm going to go into a darker blue now. This is Azura blue. It's quite windy here today in the UK. It's lovely sunshine, but terribly windy. All the lovely plants and things in the garden are taking a little bit of a bashing. I hope it's nice and settled wherever you are. Being an island, we get all sorts of weather, really, so you know, a bit of a lap of the gods, really. Anyway, I'm working around, as you can see. And we're just working our way around our flowers. Now you can put as many of these whimsy leaves in as you like. It's entirely up to you. But I think they look quite good when you've got quite a few. Now this is forest green, and I really quite like this colour. It just kind of gives it a pop and changes. They're all very bright colours, happy colours, and they all sit really nicely together. So we just want it to be as happy and as fun as we can. So just keep working your way around. And when you're satisfied and you think, yeah, that's okay, I'm happy with that, you can then go onto your next set. Bit ambitious doing 4 all at once, but I think it'll work out because it'll give us a chance to work on one set while the others are drying, which is useful, really. Okay. Now, if you want to go underneath your flowers, that's great, you can. If you want to go over your flowers, you can. If you want to go over the leaves that you've already done, whatever combination you want to do is absolutely fine. It's nice and relaxed and free and no pressure, absolutely no pressure. We just want it to be fun on our journey, don't we? I'm just going to pop another one. You can go on and on and on. It's really good. You can just going to go over the top of that one. Okay, now just rinsing my brush out, and I'm going to swizzle that round, and now we're going to go to the bottom set that we've just done. This is blue lemon green, and this is a really quite a strong color, but wow, does it bring something. It's gorgeous, I think. Don't go too crazy with it because it can kill, but I think it does give a really nice pop if you're looking for that really vibrant, fun summer looking vibe that we're doing. That's lovely. Now I'm going into blue-green again, and I'm just going to put my brush up again and just do these just nice marks for the leaves. I think this is a fun way of working because all the pressure's off of you. You can do it, the leaves as big as you want, and there's no pressure. Okay. And again, don't forget you can go up on that that washi tape. That gives a nice sharp edge. Okay, I'm going to go in with the forest green again. Great colour. Again. And just work your way around. Now you can see this is building up quite nicely now, and so you can see any gaps that you've got, and then you can move on to the one set aside. Now you can swap up your colour combinations. I've just gone for these because they're really nice and bright. But if you want this more subtle, more subdued colours, you know, you could use all pinks maybe, or soft lilacs, or soft yellows, or whatever colours. If you want this softer and you don't want it as vibrant, then absolutely you can do that. I'm going to go into a neutral grey because I think it kind of does push things back and gives it, especially when you're dealing with bright colours, sometimes you just need a little pop of neutral colour just to sit it back, and it just sits nicely together, and but you can decide if you think, no, I just want all bright colours. Absolutely, you can do that. I like that. Okay, I'm just going to go in for a little bit, put a few more over this side. Now if you go onto your other leaves and it bleeds, we're not worried about that. It just adds a little bit of depth and gives it more of a painterly feel. There we have it. Just now, I think that's okay. I actually might just put a little bit of this turquoisey blue in, just to, because that absolutely is a beautiful colour, and with these strong vibrant colours, it does give a bit of a wow, and that would be lovely. Okay, so there we are. Okay, like I said, you can keep going on and on. It's just, it is love. It's very therapeutic. It's really lovely to, when you're maybe a little bit uptight with your painting and you need something that's not so challenging. This is a great thing to do. Now that's the basics. That's the basic flower shapes and the basic leaf shapes. So I'm going to turn that round again, and I've got a gel pen. This is a white Uniball pen, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to activate it. Now I'm just going to, I don't want it so that it gives me huge thick coverages. I just kind of want the accent of a little flower there. Now sometimes they can be a little bit difficult to paint onto, to draw onto the watercolour paper, the paint. So I normally have a few that I'm working with. I think these are, yeah, that's better. And we're just making, you know, these random little marks in there. Now, one thing that I think is quite nice is to maybe just do it. It's just a, I'm not explaining very well, am I? It's just to kind of give an impression of a leaf, of a rose. Now it's just literally let your pen squiggle, literally just squiggle about. Okay, we're not being precious with this at all. If it's kind of like a centerpiece like that, and then we do a wiggle up to the other piece of the center of the circle that we've just done, and just run your pen around. Okay, like that. Now, making these shapes, we're just making a generic leaf, a petal shape. Okay, now I quite like it that it kind of catches the paper. I think that gives it an interesting look, and it sits nicer when you're breaking the line of the petal up, and then just like that. Okay, again, just do these petal shapes, and just, you don't have to be overly thinking. If you want to leave that like that, maybe put some little, you can do that, or if you want to just give it a little bit of another edge to it, we can leave it like that. And then going into our leaves, it's just literally, is that dry? Let's just have a check. Just a nice line. Okay. Now, if you want to do different shapes on your leaves, absolutely you can. Or if, like me, you're just doing just a central line, that's brilliant. You can do that. I sometimes think it works quite nice with just having just this central leaf line showing. If you want to go back in and just, you know, have a look at what you've already laid down, and if you want to change it, absolutely. So that's that one. Now we're going to go to the one that we've actually put our water, splattered with our clean water. So I'm just going to go make these little center stamens, and we'll see what kind of effect that this gives us. So we've got our little stamens, and I think we'll do this on this one, we'll do all of them like that. So we've got our center stamens, so let's just do our generic leaf shape, petal shapes, and then if you want to wiggle your pen, absolutely. And then just like that. Okay, and then again. I like it when it doesn't completely cover. I think with the broken lines, I think it works really nice. And I think it gives it another, a nice element to your work. Again, we're just going to put our shapes in. If you find that your gel pen is clogging up, just activate it again, and there you go. Okay, and then we just and again. If you feel that you just want to go round and round, absolutely you can do that. Gives you a nice different effect. I think with splattering the water on the petal, when you're doing the first wash of your colour, I think it gives it quite a nice diffused look, and it is a nice way to, it does give a nice effect. So it's nice to change it up a bit and just to see how you're going. And then again, just put your leaf. Oh, forgot this one. Don't want to forget this little one, do I? Okay. Now, you know, if you're at an angle and you can't get all your petals in, don't worry. That's now, if you, when you put your, that one's still a bit wet, so I'm not going to use that. If you just hold your pen on and then just drag down, you get, sometimes you get this nice dot on the end, which is quite sweet. Okay, so that's that way. So I'm going to turn this round, and then we're going to do the same as what we've done here, but if you want to change it up, you absolutely can. Let's do a kind of a rose kind of flower, and it's literally just a spiral, and then just go round. Try not to go back on, a bit like bricklaying really. You don't want to go so it's all going uniformed out. Change it up. Okay, and if you want to put some little bits like that, you can. Again, little spiral. Okay, and then we just put our wiggly petals in. And there you go. And with the watercolor paint, because it's, we put the like I said before, when we put the the fresh water, clean water on, it does really give a lovely effect, and it really makes your little whimsies, it gives it a really nice, feel. So again, we're just putting these little petals in. Now, if you want it more regimented, you can just use completely, you know, circles, which will give you a more of an even look. But you know, just have a play and see what you find looks best for you. Okay, now you can change it up, I've just put 4 petals on here, and again we're just going in with our leaves. Okay, and then this one will you can't see too much on. I hope it's picking the camera can pick this up. It's really subtle. It's really quite nice actually, but hopefully you will be able to see it on the camera is picking this up. And then again we've got our circles for our stamens, and then okay. And then again, nice and free. I think this is, I prefer this way of putting the flowers together. I think it's just going to change that up, so I prefer it. Okay, and again you can make these as big or as little as you want. I'm putting a wiggle on my petals on this one, just slightly going over. Okay, and there you go, and then just simple. If you want to put the leaves veins on, absolutely you can. That would give a nice, you could change that up, you could do different patterns of the leaves, of the leaf veins that you get. But I'm going to leave that there, and as always I'm going to take off the masking tape. It's not masking tape, is it? It's washi tape. I don't know why, but this masking tape's really quite sticky at the moment. It's good because it doesn't bleed, and it gives you a nice clean border, but sometimes it does rip the paper, which is not ideal. Anyway, there we have it. I have ripped the paper a little bit there. I'm just going to pop that down, and there we have it. There's our fun Whimsy, a nod to Chelsea Flower Show here at the UK. I hope you do give it a go. It is really good fun. Now I'm going to cut these up, and then I'm going to send these out as little postcards, just to my friends and family, just to see how they're doing and just let them know I'm thinking of them. Anyway, hope you give it a go. It's been lovely to have your company this afternoon. Don't forget to give me the thumbs up and subscribe. It really helps my channel to grow, and see you again soon. Bye.